Hello and welcome to the 1.17.0 Release Spotlight. The 1.17 is a free major update for all SAWS connectors, and it includes several features that enhance the capabilities of your connectors and make them more convenient to use. In this video, I will show you the main new features in this update and how they can benefit your exports. So let's get started. Format macros. Format macros are format configurations that can be used across data maps and even across connectors. In addition, input parameters can be added to modify the behavior of the macro externally, so they can be compared to Excel formulas with input parameters. In this example, I want to export my sales channel data, but the sales channel is different for each data map and connector, so I simply replace the channel selection with a macro placeholder. Once it is saved, it appears in the macro configuration and I can add a name and description. Now, if I want to use a macro in my export, I simply select Format by Macro and then the macro I have created. After saving my selection, I can fill in the input parameters, in my case, the desired sales channel. The export now loads the sales channel I have entered. As you can see, the potential of macros is limitless, and we look forward to seeing what ideas you come up with in the future. Complex article types. The complex articles are used for product connections like variants to the variant heads or bundle items to the bundles and more. We noticed that some products can be a variant, but also a part of a bundle or other relations, so we added link types, allowing you to maintain different complex article tables for different types of links. In this example, I have created the variant link type to link my color and size variants to their variant head, but also the set component link type because the red variants can be ordered with an additional product. For a better overview, you can create several complex article table attributes and filter them to different link types. REST API for SAWS tables. A new REST API for the SAWS tables has been added. This means that prices, stocks, sales channels and complex articles can now be externally modified, queried and deleted better than before. To utilize this REST service to its full extent, set your product number attribute in the SAWS settings here. All endpoints with example payloads and further explanations can be found in our wiki. Migration to the Contentserv credentials. Once the 1.17 is installed, any passwords that you have entered in the connector configurations will be automatically migrated to the new Contentserv credentials, where they are encrypted and more secure. By design, this migration should be seamless, but we still recommend that you check your exports for authentication errors in case the migration fails. CS Explorer Compatibility and context-specific values. Contextual values were introduced in the Contentserv version PXC23, allowing, for example, description text to be maintained for different demographic groups. These contexts are now supported by the connector exports as well. You can either select the desired context tag in the job to set it for the entire export, or select it in the standard format in the data map if you want to load the context more precisely. In addition, the SAWS tables, also known as the price, stock, sales channel and complex article tables, are now visible and editable in the Explorer. Formula calculation with the mathematical operation format. Instead of performing one mathematical operation at a time, such as a division, you can now enter an entire formula in the mathematical operation format. This allows you to combine a chain of additions and multiplications into a single format. Shopware 6 – Custom Entities and Extension Compatibility. The Shopware 6 connector has been enhanced with the ability to control any entity in Shopware 6. This includes manufacturers, tags, promotions and any entity that can be accessed via an endpoint in the REST API. The 1.17 comes pre-installed with these three entities, but this value range can be extended at will to support more entities. If an entity is added, it appears like every other action in the data map and the job as shown here. This means that Shopware extensions with their own custom entities can now be connected to as well. Customer requested features. Thanks to your feedback, we have also been able to implement minor improvements to all connectors. Recently used objects. Wherever our auto-completion is implemented in the configurations, your recently used objects will be saved and suggested the next time you enter the configuration. This is particularly useful when configuring the data map or using the job pilot to test previously exported objects. Expand all for the format tree. With complex formats, you often need to adjust settings in lower formats in the chain, so we added a right-click context that opens the tree recursively. Custom to-do types. Currently, there are two instances where a to-do is created, either when an error occurs in a job or when it is configured in a user-defined condition. To allow you to separate these instances, we have added to-do types. Now you can create different to-dos for high-priority issues, such as missing images or prices, or low-priority issues, for example a missing additional text. You can filter for these types in the to-do list. OWL Data Hub format. We have added a new format that allows you to load any data from the OWL Data Hub directly into your exports. SQL Database Transmitter. We have added a new transmitter to the dynamic JSON connector that allows you to export directly to an SQL database. You can even populate multiple tables at once by using different endpoints. Datamap logs. Similar to the jobs, we have added the ability to log data maps. This can be used to signal to other users that changes to this datamap should only be made with great care. When a datamap is logged, it can still be viewed but cannot be modified. Regex Match Replace format. We have added a new format that allows you to replace matches found by a given regex pattern and also apply a connector format to each match. PGP encryption of data fields. The encryption format has been extended to support PGP symmetric encryption so that the encrypted data can only be read on the intended target system with the correct credentials. It is therefore particularly recommended for sensitive data. What I have shown you in this video are only the main features of this version. For more information, visit our wiki. And of course, thanks for watching.